and welcome to the joy of posting. Whoa! Welcome to the show. My name is Rachel Jane Andelman, and I am in my email, and I need to get out of there. That's the first part of the show, is me scrambling and sort of slapdashedly reorienting myself to this new now. Welcome to the show. This is a show about being funny on the internet, no matter what is going on. No matter what's going on. I don't know if you can see my thing now. Cool. Can everyone see my Google Doc? There we go. Phew. It's a very weird day. Some people are very sad. I feel I don't want to say nothing, like something next to nothing, like complexity, like a very deep, complex, fair anger, but not like sadness and not like fear. So like I'll be honest with you all. Oh, thank you, Kat. Thank you, Kat, for the congratulations. Kat is thanking me for I got a credit on a BBC show, and that was really cool. This was a bad time to open my new wing restaurant, the Chicken Coop. Oh no, but Pfeiffer, God bless and good luck with your new venture. What was I gonna say? Besides that, yeah, I feel like basically I feel like a lot of people are going through something that I went through a little bit earlier. Basically, like I remember like the night of the election, I had like a panic attack, and I thought like the world was ending, and I emailed somebody I talked to on the internet mostly, and I said like if there's a coup and the power lines go down, then it's been a pleasure chatting with you online, or something equally either perfectly dramatic or slightly melodramatic. But in any case, I feel like when I like burn out through, I like burn like certain nerves out, and then I can't feel anything but with emotions, and I'm like, I feel like people are feeling fear that I like can't feel anymore because I already felt it, if that makes sense. Or maybe it doesn't. I hope it does. Or I hope that it's at least as well articulated as I can make it. In any case, this show is a show about being funny. I'm glad that there are people chatting. I'm glad that you guys all are either knowing each other or seem to be treating each other with kindness and enthusiasm. That's all you can ever really expect or want from a chat field. So I'm really glad that's happening. But Pfeiffer writes, I was giving a Zoom presentation as everything happened to know if it was boring or if people knew what was going on. Yeah, a lot of people were at different places. People were at work. People were, doing phone calls and watching movies and playing games, and then they come back and they see that everything's happened. I think some person I knew like was taking a nap during it, and I'm very jealous of them. But yeah, we're all in different places. We all had to catch up, as it were. Today is about, just in a second, about this. It says I may or may not still have the Senate stream on another screen, but it's muted. Cool. I'm glad that they are the muted ones, that you're not just watching me mouth these words while you hear Kelly Loeffler's voice. That would be pretty weird. Also, I think in case I'm still listed as arts and crafts, Matt, if you could fix that. I'm not sure if I have the right title for my show right now. Tina says I went to bed at 3 after hearing about Senator Warnock's win, and then woke up to a fascist coup, so that was my day. Yeah, I had this like interesting moment with my mom last night too, where she was watching I was watching my mother was watching like the Needle and the CNN and the Matt Daddies, as my friends call them. And I'm like, how can you watch this? Like, how are you watching this? Like, how can you make yourself watch this? And my mom's just like, I just really care what happens. And I was like wondering, like, I think on some level my mom does care more than I do, because I'm just like so like burned out all the time, and she's somehow still able to sort of invest in it. Hi, Pearly. And I was wondering, like, I'm like, do I not care at all, or do I just like is there a moral component of caring enough to watch like CNN? I'm like, I can't affect the change by watching. I'll know in the morning either way. So and why would you put yourself through that? I guess there's like, there was this question or tension between it being like a procedural difference in how we just operate toward the same ends, or if there was like a moral or like an ethical component to it. The wrong thing might happen if you stop watching. That's true. I think that's a law of physics. What's like the observed object acts differently. If you stop looking at, John Ossoff, he'll just start floating through space. That's how physics works. Anyway, I know that this show is purportedly about me writing jokes. It is, in theory, about me writing jokes, and it's in execution, it has almost always been about me writing jokes. Matt has read my mind. Nothing would make me happier. Nothing would lift my spirits and boost my esteem for the world around me, and still believe that there's good in the world, quite like you signing up for that newsletter. We do love a good newsletter. We're going to make it nice with like little boxes and little segments, and it's going to not just have the schedule, although the schedule is important and it is confusing when you don't have it, but we're going to have lots of little recurring articles in there. So have fun with that. And we have some pets of the week. If you sign up for the newsletter, you can see some pets that our community has and takes care of. So do that. We love that schedule. We love that schedule. Gotta have the periods in there, or it's not sufficiently emphasized. Cool. Let's do a little bit of tweeting. First off, let's get to the right tweet account. I always post the tweets I write on the show in the official 2MB Studios Twitter account. If you have not followed that, you can see all the tweets I'm writing go up there, and you can like them and retweet them to your heart's content, or even beyond that which would make your heart happy. Yay, someone signed up. Woo! Rachel love Rachel that Rachel schedule. Nothing but only thing better than periods is my face made small and transparent. If you have more than one email, you can sign up more than once. Cool. So let's write some jokes today. So today's been a little bit weird. So we're gonna just like see. And I will admit that there's been a couple of jokes that I've laughed at that have just been dark. I think one thing, there was a joke someone wrote today that I laughed at that was very dark. It was like the woman who got shot when she stormed the Capitol. They're like, that woman must have loved today. She got to enter the Capitol and meet Ronald Reagan, which is incredibly dark, but I think funny. Somebody else had like the Pikachu, like shocked meme. They're like, when you storm the Capitol and then someone shoots you, and it's like the Pikachu meme, but they like had like edited it so it looked like it was a bleeding. So there's some dark shit out there, but it's pretty good. Mostly I'm just like, fucking cops, man. And also I know that I can feel the response to it being terrible. Like, people are like, we're better than this. Like, categorically we're not. Objectively we're not. So let's start with that. Let's start with we're better than this. I declare we are both soaked in shit. Eric Swalwell's mask is apparently too big. I know whenever, maybe it's so that he doesn't swallow it, because every time I say the word swallow, I feel like I am about to like ingest something, like a huge, anything in front of my face, I just swallow up like Kirby. We're better than this, I declare. We are both soaked in shit. There are vultures circling above us. There are carrion. Vultures are birds. There are vultures circling above us. A hot dog is squeaking by on a skateboard, on a tiny skateboard, covered in slurs. Somewhere, a dog is whining. What are we better than? Buzzards or vultures? I think they're about equal. I think they're about the same. Is carrion? Is it birds of carrion, or is it just? Oh, so yeah, a carrion is something that a bird of prey, like what are they called? When the birds eat like things that have been fucking vulture. A scavenger, scavenging birds. Carry on my wayward son. Yeah, vultures is more stock. I agree. You don't want to get so fancy with the word that you lose sort of the basic through line, or the basic propulsive force of the joke. Hot dog is squeaking by on a tiny skateboard covered in slurs. Somewhere a dog is whining. Through whining over an over a what's something that's annoying that you would listen to? An ad. Where a dog is whining on next to yeah, My Pillow ad. No, I don't want to necessarily do a My Pillow ad that's like too specific to the new now. I just want something annoying. Over static. Over silver spoons. Condors can live like 6 years. That's pretty cool. I always think it's cute when they like have orphan like vulture eggs or whatever, or condor eggs, and they have like the little puppet, and they like raise the condor chicks with a puppet hand. I think it's so fun. I watched it when I was like a little kid, and I'm like, oh my god, that's someone's job. And then it ruined me for jobs, because I learned that jobs could be fun like way too soon. And then it like fucked me over. I'm like, I don't want to do a boring job, and then I'm like completely fucked. cat is reminding me that animal keepers spend most of their day cleaning up poop. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, I got really quiet there. I don't mean to perform a bad stream. I was just kind of like getting a little bit zony out. I got a little zoned out. Also, like, I do have like this pain in my rump, and sitting is not the best thing for it. We're better than this, I declare. Oh, thank you, Tina. We're better than this, I declare. We are both soaked in shit. There are vultures encircling above us. A hot dog is squeaking by on a tiny skateboard covered in slurs. What are we better than, you ask, coughing bedbugs? I have no answer. My head has been buzzed off by a crashing plane. So this is obviously too long. Hot dog. I think hot dog covered in stars. This can just go. By a crashing soaked in shit. Other vultures. A circle above us. Above us only sky. A hot dog is squeaking by on a tiny skateboard covered in slurs. What are we better than, you ask? Coughing bedbugs, question mark. I have no idea. My head has been buzzed off by a crashing plane. Hey, Kayla Kane. So I hate when people are like, we're better than this. This is supposed to happen in different countries. Countries we've fucked. Countries we've fucked and then not texted back. Bean Dad was yesterday. I think Bean Dad was Sunday. I remember spending my Sunday. I remember tragically spending my Sunday thinking about Bean Dad. Yeah, I think it was Sunday, so I think it was 3 days ago. I remember because I was like, I should really spend my Sunday doing something productive. Oh my God, Bean Dad. When you read Bean Dad, people are like, why is everyone crazy about Bean Dad? And it's like, you can't read Bean Dad without becoming incensed because he's just such a little fucker. It technically, I'm sure it's technically started earlier, but the Bean Dad as a societal phenomenon occurred on Sunday. This is supposed to happen to different countries. Countries we've fucked and then texted back. Coups aren't supposed to happen here. They're supposed to happen in different. Countries we've fucked. Countries we've fucked in the nut. Countries we've not texted back after fucking. Countries we Facebook friend after not texting back, and then immediately inviting them to our into our comedy. Countries we Facebook friend after not texting them back, and then immediately messaging them for Venmo friend. We Venmo friend immediately request $5 from because we I was joking. Oh yeah, the drinking champagne. me down than Mr. Bean. Like rich celebrities like really can't help themselves, and I think that's a lesson that becoming rich does cognitively impair you. I'm just gonna say it. It makes you blinker. It does something to you chemically that makes it impossible to know that you're about to make an ass of yourself. I don't know how else to put it. I think that's what happens. Coops are. I said coops. Coos aren't supposed to happen here. They're supposed to happen. I don't know why I always forget like the verb. I always like forget the verb, and then I like reread it, and I'm like, girl, where's your verbs? Girl, where'd you put your fucking verbs? Coups aren't supposed to happen here. They're supposed to happen in other countries. Countries we've fucked. Countries we've not texted back after fucking. Countries we've Venmo friend after not texting back and then immediately request $5 from because that's how much their drink was. Fuck us. A drink is $5. Is that a cheap drink or an expensive drink? I remember Pulp Fiction. They were talking about like the $5 milkshake, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" And I'm just like, every drink is at least $5 now. I think the R.I.P. the Field. I believe the Narragansetts there were like $3.50. I remember I went to Philly and I got a Gansett because I wanted a cheap drink, but I didn't realize that they're not cheap in other parts of the country, and so I ended up paying $10 for a Narragansett that I could have here for $2.50. It was real dumb. I really should read the board where they have all the prices. You've never had beer before? It's fine. Cops aren't supposed to. Coo. I keep mispronouncing that word. I just like I never say the word coo out loud. Coos aren't supposed to happen here. They're supposed to happen in other countries. Countries fucked. Countries we've not texted back. Countries we Venmo friend and then immediately request $5 from because $8.50 from because that's how much their drink was. Countries countries that hope we die. Coups aren't supposed to happen here. They're supposed to happen in other countries. Countries we've fucked. Countries we've not texted back. Countries we Venmo. And then request $8.50 from. And then immediately request $8.50 from because that's how much their drink was. Countries that hope we die. Well, that one seems to be doing pretty well. So yeah, we're just gonna make. I think tonight, the rest of the night. I know the show is absurdly like. How absurd is it that I'm like, oh, I've written 2 jokes and it's 9:30. You're like, girl, you need to get on the fucking treadmill. Yeah, check mark emoji. Cooking with gas tonight. Thank you. Yeah, just everything that pisses me off, and there's a lot to be pissed off about. For example, they're going to decide the solution to today's attempted overthrow is to hire more cops to next time those goons. Oh my god, Maid, you gifted 5 subscriptions. It's so nice. Oh my god, everyone say thank you, Maid, in the chat, please. Maid, thank you for helping this keep going. Oh my god. Ugh. Mitt Romney is so funny to me because he's like, the most like milquetoast fucking guy, and he's somehow become this incredibly hated figure. And I'm like, you couldn't even fucking do milk toast right. Woo. You know they're going to decide the solution to today's attempted overthrow is to hire more cops. Next time, those goons are gonna are gonna get a tour of the Capitol building. Oh no. That way. Next time those goons. On a man. Does saying palanquin imply manpower? Yeah. Hold the Oh, thank you, maid. Palantir. Fucking Mitt. Mitt Romney is a bog standard politician with no good ideas who is now loathed by a huge segment of the population, proving that people can even fuck up. Milk toast. You know they're going to decide the solution today is attempted overthrow is to hire more cops. That way, the next time those goons tour the Capitol building, officers, there will be enough officers to hold the bars of their palanquins. I don't know if I need the at there. Would you say those are bars or handles? Probably handles. I don't really know the technical description of the component parts of palanquin. Yeah, I think palanquins are like cool. I've always thought they were like very very dramatic, superficially very pleasurably dramatic and like visually impressive. There's also a palanquin. I think the most famous recent example of a palanquin I can think of is there's one which is heavily featured in the animated television show for children. So why would any of us watch it? Obviously, none of us do because we are adults. But for children, they would learn it from Steven Universe. Yeah, I think a lot of people learned the pronunciation of a palanquin from Steven Universe. Yeah, spoilers, the palanquin in Steven Universe plays a huge role in a huge dramatic reveal later on in the series, if you haven't started on that. Mitt Romney is a bog standard politician with no good ideas who is now violently loathed by a huge segment of the population, proving you can... People can't even be milquetoast without fucking it up. Yeah, I think Steven Universe is worth watching. I think it's pleasing. I think it has a lot of good ideas. It is part of a larger trend, which is like cartoons which purport to be for kids, but obviously have like a lot of adult leaning, or I think adult targeted content, and also shows that are that look like they're fun and then like get more depressing over time, which kind of leads to sort of like, who is this for? What's it doing? Is this good? But I think it's I think it's pretty good. I just think, yeah, like I think that people make a lot of strong comments, or like there are a lot of people I follow online who kind of ask adults to question why so much of what they consume is like children's entertainment, and I think they have a good point. Not that children's entertainment is bad, just that like it probably shouldn't be like the only thing you watch and read. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know. Check my address saying Steven Universe is a gay show, but I meant that positively. Yeah, it's yeah. I noticed, I was posting in the chat the other night, and I noticed that saying the word fucking was getting through, but saying gay fucking was not, which I thought was very funny. It's like, it's not homophobic. It's like anticipating the homophobia of the typical Twitch user, I guess, which is like, what does that say? Fucking gamers. I can't believe, you grew up and you're like, I remember growing up and people used to just call shit gay. It was very, in retrospect, it's very bizarre. Oh yeah, you saw that. That was when Fran was talking about her book. I think most Twitch users are gamers, so I think any stereotypes or broad like gamers, like I think young male. I think we have. I know that we have like a thing in this country or in this culture where women play games, but not games that are like gamer games. But that's a whole thing, and I am not like well versed enough to speak to it. Cancel gamers, gamer game types. I just got modded. Yeah, one thing I haven't done this session is really talk about my joke writing process. I'm always, if you have any questions about how I'm choosing the words or choosing the direction of the jokes, feel free to ask them. I know that has always been part of the MO of this show, is to kind of go into how I'm writing these jokes. I will say that for me, today is all about kind of just taking the things I hate about today and the things that today is reminding me of, which I despise or am deeply enervated by, and trying to make some light hay of them. So I hate it when people say we're better than this. I hate it to say when people say these things are. What words do I particularly love? Oh my gosh. I love one thing. I don't know. It's not any one word, but I do love what a word that I love. I think for me, words are all about context. And what I love is when a piece of writing has heavy assonance or consonants, where there's like a lot of like repetition in the sounds the words are making, so they feel very interconnected with each other. So that like you're like, oh, it's cool that they chose these words, because these words sound like this. They sound the same in these particular places, and it kind of gives it like a fun rhythm and a fun sense of connection with each other. So it doesn't just sound like a string of like purely robotical directions for your brain to, like, information for your brain to sort of like process. It's like, oh, it's actually also a tapestry. So I think that's my answer to that, which isn't quite what you asked, at least initially. But yeah, I like it when the sounds have relationships to each other. Ooh, Lower Top Street. What else have I hated today? That's always like such a funny question to ask, but it is like a question you would ask as a humorist, as a comedian. Yeah, Peruly is on point there. When I feel like a joke is particularly silly, I'll particularly try to use elevated language to sort of like draw up or to add status to kind of a silly low status idea. You're like, well, I wouldn't necessarily believe in this scenario, but it's written as if it's a declaration from the Queen, so I must give it credence and wait. I'm trying to think what else I want to write about. Things I hate. Super spreader events. Americans love to attend super spreader events. I don't know if there's like a joke there. Yeah, whenever I'm feeling uninspired or in between perfect, clear ideas, I like to just check on the progress of other tweets I've just written. And they seem to be doing fine. Seem to be doing fine. This is just in from my mom who works for the CIA. The cabinet is holding a meeting about invoking the 25th Amendment. Invoking the 25th Amendment when there's like 2 weeks left is so funny to me. I'm like, you guys could have done this at any fucking point. Ah! Oh, thank you, Worst of Tims. Thank you so much for subscribing. Invoking the 25th Amendment when there's 2 weeks left of Trump's presidency is like like what is it like? I don't know. I'll think about what it's like. I'm like, no. I know that it's infuriating, but I'm not quite sure what the perfect metaphor is. Invoking the 25th Amendment, they're gonna invoke the 25th Amendment when there's 2 weeks left of Trump's presidency. Tip of the day of a prank. Then they are gonna jump off a plane 5 minutes before it lands. Then they are a lot of rimming jokes in there. Is it analingus? Then they are going to themselves up and themselves on fire. Light themselves. I'm looking at the amendment now is like flashing light at a comic after they've said their third slur. The National Security Council is resigning. Oh boy. Tina, I didn't know your mom was can I ask a question? Tina, is calling your mom a spook offensive? They're gonna I'm like, I'm so curious about what your mother has done as a CIA agent. I'm sure she hasn't destabilized any countries. That's not. No, I'm sure she's done good work. Wow, Tina. Cool. I'm glad you have the relationship to your parents that I would have had with your parents. Oh boy. You should write a tell book like History of Ashes to this time it's personal. Yeah, they're going to invoke the 25th Amendment when there's 2 weeks left of Trump's presidency. Then they're going to jump off a plane. I don't know. Ugh, I hate this joke. Let's keep moving. Other things I hate. Mom, stop using the heart attack gun and burning. My favorite part of Coos is when I'm my favorite part of coups is when people think like Russia's involved. Putin going like, "Listen, I can be a little fuck." But right now I'm literally just playing Tetris. When I do like an ooh. No, I think I like him. I like the idea of a Putin who's like a moody teen. And Tina, you're doing great. You're doing fine. If we get shut down, that's just how it goes. These are uncertain times, and you're just treating them as such. My favorite part of coups is when people think like Russia's involved. Putin going like, "Listen, I can be a little fuck," but right now I'm literally just been playing Tetris. Yeah. MAGA people think Italy. People. I read that poorly, which is so funny. Yeah, Italy. Italy rigged the election. Yeah, I think there's like one photo of like Obama and like the Italian leaders, and they're just like, "Look at it." Yeah, I agree that the little emojis really make it. Maybe it's racist to make Putin playing Tetris, but listen, Tetris is just a good game. Trying to think. Invoking the 25th Amendment when Trump is taking his last breath. He hasn't been president for 14 years. He is a husk. He is a nursing home painted gold. He hasn't said a full sentence since Ivanka fell in that oil mine. Still, we must proceed So we must invoking the 25th Amendment when Trump is taking his last breath. He hasn't been president for 14 years. He's in a nursing home painted gold. He hasn't been responsive since Ivanka fell in that oil mine. Still, the Congress agrees. Enough is enough. Whoops, he died. Whoops, he's gone. Oh, thank you, Adi. Yeah, just like how instead of like being like, okay, instead of right before he's replaced, why not invoke it like way after he's stopped being president? Responding to a stimulus. Enough is enough. Whoops, he's gone. Remember geodes? I don't remember geodes. Are geodes funny? Is there like a joke or a popular bit about geodes that I should be remembering? I don't. Are geodes just rocks, or is there something more complicated that I'm missing? Let's see. What else have I hated today, or in the last few days, or in the coming days? One thing that really bothered me was when Joy Reid asked on air whether John Ossoff was the first Jewish senator, as if she hadn't been smearing Bernie Sanders for months and months. I just thought that was hilarious. I got a new phone and it's very slippery, so sometimes I have to slippery it back. Yep. I'm not. Bernie Sanders is Jewish, what? Let's see, what else is good? What is hanging? I hate senators. Kelly Loeffler is stupid and shitty, and Purdue is dumb, and Warnock's a preacher, and other things. Let me see. What else is going on? The inauguration. Oh, Pearly, I'm sorry. Well, congratulations. You get to have it's Warnock, right? That's cool. Pat Moynihan's chopped liver. Yeah, we did it. I'm trying to think of another joke about today. When coups happen, instead of watching cable news the entire day, all the channels should turn to footage of waterfalls. Sure, you're not certain entirely of what's going on, but you are. You do get a chance to reflect on the fact that whatever we do, the Earth continues its cosmic dance. Also, so many of the people invading the Capitol were shirtless. We could talk about that. Shirtless guys. Guys dressed like Vikings. They've never heard of no shirt, no shoes, no service. When coups happen, instead of watching cable news the entire day, all the channels should turn to footage of waterfalls. Sure, you're not entirely certain of what's going on, but you do get a chance to reflect on the fact that regardless of our actions, cosmic dance, regardless of how confused and upset are that people are dumb. That things can happen. Anywhere. Depends and see what. People see what they can away with. A lot. A bunch. Oh, hi, Mfusk. First of all, welcome to Joy of Posting. This may be listed as web development. Is because the previous show on this channel was a web development show, and that was last hour, and we neglected to update the tags on our channel. I'm very sorry about that. That said, feel free to check back next week at 8 p.m. If you come here next week at 8 p.m., you will get to see that show, which is a web development show. No worries from Matt. Matt is our dedicated tech. He's doing a great job. And Fusk, sorry about that. And good luck if you've already moved on to greener, more webby pastures. Good luck finding the show that's right for you. Everyone give it up for Matt in the chat. No, this was a perfect tweet. When coups happen, instead of watching cable news, when coups happen, the channel should all channels should turn to footage of waterfalls. You do get to reflect how when coups happen, all channels should turn to footage of waterfalls. You may not know. Will not know what's going on, but you do. But you will reflect on how the Earth uses cosmic dance, regardless of how confused or that sometimes armed people see what they can get away with a lot. There we go. I feel like that's pretty well articulated, that idea. Yeah, they're like, I can't believe that things happen here and not just in those shitholes. And then they just like list random fucking countries. And there was a Bolivian person on Twitter who's just like, guys, stop like fucking putting shame, like put respect on our name. We haven't had a violent coup in like 7 decades. Like, go fuck yourselves. They're like, go fuck off, Jake Tapper. Yeah, unless don't they'll just start listing other countries. It's really ridiculous. Let's see what else. What else is a bee in my bonnet today? Everything is a bee in my bonnet. Goodbye, Enfusk. Everything is a bee in my bonnet today. The economy. A bonnet bee. A violent coup attempt. There goes another bee in that. There goes another wasp. There goes another one. A bee. Bee in my bonnet also reminds me of They Might Be Giants. I believe that's the first time I ever heard the phrase. I don't know if I would know the phrase without They Might Be Giants. It is a highly evocative phrase. Birdhouse in My Soul. So good. And I think that may be the only album of theirs I'm familiar with. The one that's on, because my friend had it, and then I just listened to that album. I haven't really listened to that. I don't tend to listen to them that much, but I've always enjoyed it when I've heard them. Flood. The 31st anniversary of Flood. Oh my God, guys! Happy Flood anniversary! Everyone! After the show is over, find that dusty CD case that's like the black faux leather. Flip through the heavy plastic occupied pages until you find your copy of Flood or your burned copy of Flood, and then stick it into the nearest CD player. I assume it's either in your attic or on an old computer, and then listen to going to Spotify now. Listen to Flood. It's 31st anniversary. Happy Flood anniversary. It's actually funny hearing now that the coup attempt was an extremely poorly conceived event meant to celebrate the 31st anniversary of the release of They Might Be Giants' seminal album, Flood. Everyone's gonna crank that shit up. Very poorly conceived. 115. Oh no. There was an early release on 1990. Wow, the 90s are so far away. It's like funny to think how far away the 90s are. Yeah, the 90s are like the decade of one's childhood for me, and it's like just funny to feel everything kind of pushing forward. Happy birthday, Tina! I already said happy birthday to you, I think, but again, happy birthday, Tina. Everyone say happy birthday, Tina, in the chat. Woo, woo, woo! I'm like, how many weird noises can I make on the stream? I bet many. Let's see, how are we doing? Here, let's do a couple more. Everything is being my bonnet today. The economy, a bonnet bee, the violent coup attempt. There goes another one, a bee. The impending the ongoing climate crisis. Buzz, buzz. My bonnet is quite busy. Safe, my bonnet. I think safe is a word. Yeah, safe is a word. Quoth my bonnet. Why is the world in love again? What else happened today? I got my period. I've mentioned my period multiple times in the same stream. That's another thing that happened today. I then commented on how many times I've made a joke about my period on the stream today. That's another thing that happened. What else has happened? Me attempting, after mentioning my period multiple times, trying to find a non-period item and then failing. Hey, same stream. Get the IUD replaced so it doesn't fall out your face. That would be the if I made a video for the government about the importance of getting your IUD replaced, that would be my little rap. Get your IUD replaced before it falls out of your face. That will happen if you keep it in too long. Yeah, they just go because they just go whoosh, and like before you even know what's happening, you're like, what in the world? And then you realize what happened, and you're like, oh, I should have gotten it replaced. Everything is being my bonnet today. The economy, a bonnet bee, the violent. The economy should be the global pandemic. A bonnet bee, the violent coup attempt. There goes another one. A bee, the ongoing climate crisis. Buzz, buzz, saves my bonnet. Boop, boop, boop. Then like one more. What else? The unstoppable passing of time. What is it called when it's like ineluctable or intractable, which lead to the death of all my loved ones and the eventual oblivion of the universe. Everything is a bee in my body. I think what's tricky about this joke is obviously you're just trying to find very slight variations in it. You really want to. I just have become intent on repeating bonnet, the word bonnet, and bee, not finding synonyms for it. Party in the bonnet, all bees invited. Everything is a bee in my bonnet today. The pandemic, a bonnet bee, the violent coup attempt. There goes another one, a bee. The ongoing climate crisis, buzz, buzz, saves my bonnet. The passing of time, which will lead to the death of my loved ones, and the eventual oblivion of the universe. Bees in my skull. Bees in my skull head. Their stripes. Stripes down there. Infernal. Bees in my skull cloth down their infernal forms. Expression. of. You can see how long this is. This is a wild one. Oh no, what did I do? Don't you hate it? Sometimes I delete parts of my email and I'm like, where's the undo button, bitch? Fucking Gmail. I'm gonna kill you. Everything is a B in my bond today. The pandemic, a bond, a B. The violent coup attempt, there goes another one, a B. The ongoing climate crisis, buzz buzz saves my bonnet. The passing of time. The eventual death of the universe. That's a bee in my bonnet. Everything is a bee in my bonnet today. The pandemic, a bonnet bee. The violent coup attempt, there goes another one, a bee. The violent climate crisis, buzz buzz saves my bonnet. The eventual death of the universe, Bobinet, that's how you spell a bee in your bonnet. And that character counter really fucks with me. 6. What can we do with 6? Rachel will do it. Yeah. The counter is what it is. If you had more, you would use it up to. You would just start thinking in longer pieces. It's fine. You just have to play with it. This is high drama. I'm glad that you guys are finding. I think it's funny the way that we reinterpret and adapt to what we consume as entertainment. You're watching somebody write jokes for an hour. Something as small as a character wheel becomes kind of the high dramatic point, which I think is really funny. You guys are in it. I'm really glad. You're able to find the end in this. Let's see what else. We'll do a few more. Again, if you're having fun, we have shows all nights of the week. Tomorrow, Left Night, I believe, comes back at 7:30. Then 8 o'clock is another thrilling, exciting episode of Quarantine Action Wrestling. That goes from 8 until whenever it's over. And Tina Talon is premiering on QAW tomorrow as the Siren, so catch that. That's really exciting. And hashtag that. Get excited for the debut of the Siren. What else is there to say about some housekeeping stuff? 3 Weeks at Courses is our partner. If you like to learn stuff, or you would like to take a 3-week course and learn something new, something you didn't know before, they are offering courses this month. How to read a Supreme Court decision, the history of Black theater, and feminist satire, and financial planning for freelancers, I believe, are some of the new classes that they have starting this month. If you sign up for one of those classes and you tell them that you heard about them from us, we get a few bucks. So that's a cool thing you can do for the channel, and also a cool thing you can do for yourself. What else should I plug? We also have merchandise. Nice. Hell yeah. Fuck you, Arizona. We also have merchandise if you like my face on a notebook or on a t-shirt or on a sweatshirt or on a t-shirt, or on a hoodie or on a onesie for a baby or a wall art. You can get it there at tpublic.com. We also have art that is not of this particular show. If you would prefer the 2MB logo or the Breadinator, the collab we did with Rebecca Bishop. Objection about counting Arizona votes, but close enough. Got it. Cool. I'm glad things are shaping up to be a little less stupid, possibly, hopefully. Republicans say as a peanut butter enthusiast, I really can't say enough mean things about people who get together during the pandemic super spreader event. I remember when super spreader events were a charming and harmless pastime. Why now I will never be able to organize one of our conferences in good conscience again. Just another chapter in the death of culture. Oh man, I am overwriting these tonight, guys. I am unable to stay within the limits the first time. As a peanut butter enthusiast, I can't say enough mean things about people who get together during the pandemic. I remember a lovely word. I remember when super spreader events were a charming and harmless pastime. Just another look in the wall, I guess. As a peanut butter super fan, I can't condemn. Maskers enough. I remember when super spreader events were a charming and harmless pastime. Now I will never be able to organize one of our conferences in good conscience. Never. Again, just another brick in the wall, I guess. Peanut butter enthusiast versus pumpkin spice man. It's a true test of wills. I was thinking about watching QAW and being like, it was like watching QAW thinking, the dream fulfillment, the wish fulfillment is not in being like a super strong, exciting wrestler. It's just like us being able to like make physical contact with our friends. It's like through the unsentimental mode of wrestling. But the wrestling is just a vehicle for this idea that we can touch each other, even if those touches within the context of the show are unpleasant. Because it's like you're like here's the video, here's your video, and we're alone and we're by ourselves and we're talking trash, and then the QAW brings us together. So yeah, again, if you haven't watched our simulated wrestling show, the pandemic, quarantine action wrestling, pandemic, watch it tomorrow night at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's real good. It's real fun. Even if it doesn't sound good by my description of it, I think you will find something in it for yourself to enjoy. Yeah, let's do a couple more before I click out of here. When things happened, everything is being in my bonnet today. What else? Vaccine politician. Cops are supposed to be here. When a coup happens, are we calling it coup 2 or two? The least important part of the show? Kuyo Drift. Kuyo Drift, Tokyo Drift, Kuyo Drift. I like it because they sound so unlike each other. There's just like no, there's no like sonic resemblance. Little Deuce Coup. Oop. Adi, you can talk about whatever you want here. This is a safe space for all our bullshit. The next time a coup happens, are we calling it coup 2, a 2 coup, or a 2 coup 2 treasonous? I don't know. Maybe these are all bad. I'm still sort of reeling. Everyone's invited to the Zoom. Everybody's gonna have a good time. I'm not sure how people can hang out and also watch the show. I'm still figuring that part out because I don't know if I can do that. Do that part. Let's see. Let's do one more for the road. For the road. I always say that. I always say when we're a joke for the road, even though I'm not going anywhere. Okay, Fab. And even though I'm not going anywhere, I'm still doing one more for the road. One last coup for the road, everybody. What's one last joke that can really just get, hit it out of the park? We have coup at home. Oh, hi. Hello there, and Salt. Hello, my friends. Let's do a joke about democracy. Democracy is a fragile thing. It's okay. Democracy is a fragile thing. Everyone is sad. Everyone's sad. That's a fun thing. That's true. These are just fun facts. We're just like listen, fun facts. Everyone's sad. Everyone is scared. Everyone is scared. So many people, not everyone, so many people are scared right now. I'm afraid to tell them that we've been invited to a mysterious cabin for the weekend. Hard liquor and marijuana. That's how. Serve fun facts, industry sustainably sourced. I don't know. If you watched That Sounds Right, we had an email that was like, please don't find your fun fact from like a fun facts like a page, like a website full of fun facts that pop out, because people will just end up repeating the same jokes that they find from a 5-minute search. Without Democrats, there are no Republicans. I'm not sure what that means. Can we ever get an episode of that show later? Which show is that? I'm not sure. So many people are scared right now. I'm afraid to tell them that we've been invited to a mysterious cabin for the weekend. Yeah, I don't know if, everything, all the shows are all on YouTube, at least the ones that are streaming on StreamYard, which that one is. So you can always watch them on YouTube. I don't necessarily think we'll do like a late night version of that show. It would be like a one-time special event, if anything. The commission reports that our fun facts mystery may be depleted as soon as 2029. Oh, we're not going to have any fun facts. And that is the least fun fact of all. People are scared right now, afraid to tell them that we've been invited to a mysterious cabin for the weekend. I think they may say they've had their full, but damn, it's disappointing. Really, I was really curious about who'd really curious to see the order in which we got killed. Guys, we need to balance the budget for fun facts. I think that's just about being about fiscally conservative, and just not going crazy with these special fun fact programs for everybody. Not everyone deserves a fun fact program, okay? So many people are scared right now. I'm afraid to tell them. I'm reluctant to tell them we've been invited to a mysterious cabin for the weekend. I think they may opt out. I think they may say they've had their full. It's disappointing, as I really wanted to see the order in which we got killed. Got killed by cool, and I think that'll be my last joke for the evening. This has been almost a 90-minute stream, and I believe I'm officially tapped out of ideas. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been a pleasure, as always. You guys make it a pleasure by your presence, by your company, by your goodwill, and your happy thoughts, and your encouraging demeanor. Again, we have shows all week long. Shows start tomorrow at 7:30. If you want to see Left Night as it returns from its brief hiatus. And then 8 o'clock, Tina Talon in the chat makes her quarantine action wrestling debut. And I think that's pretty fun. Again, to support the channel, feel free to follow, subscribe, buy some merch if it looks cool to you. And feel free to take a class at 3 Week Stack courses if those look cool, and tell them that we sent you, so we get a little bit of support on the side. I think that's all there is. Give a big round of applause to Matt in the tech booth, and I will see all of your wonderful virtual presences, ghostly as they may be, emanating from my phone next week. Good night.